Okay, we got this today, and then we got this right here to try to get the lug nuts off of that accent. So after we get those lug nuts off, I'm just taking this damn thing back, 80 some dollars. I don't use lug nuts, but yeah, well, like locking lug nuts. So I'll just take it back and get my $84 and something back. But yeah, we got that. And then I'll open this real quick. Alright, there's what we got there. Comes with a little sandpaper, little emery cloth. Looks like 2 snap rings. And you get both your pins for the top. BRD, Brooks Racing, out of England. Here they are, nice and solid as could be. There we go, we got 2 of those solid. That'll help with the gear shifter where you got all that slop up in there. That'll get rid of that. And there's the directions on how to remove it and how to put them in. So yep, we'll get them in once we get the turbo tib back on the road. Now what we also, I got this right here for the turbo tib as well, and I'm just going to put the used one, I'll show it. Well, I'm going to put the used one on the RD that's on my car because I know it's good. I'm pretty sure the one on the RD is good too, it's not OEM, and I like OEM. As you can tell, 4 green OEM coil assembly. And it's a little different than the original Hondas. They may have improved them a little bit. They may have improved them a little. But it's OEM Honda. So yeah. Yep. I think we'll use this on the turbo tib. So it has a completely new one because I like keeping everything new on that. So there's less stuff that happens to it. Yep, there we go. A couple more parts. These are what I really was waiting on more than anything. And we got to order some more shit for the turbo tib. So to get her going, running better than she used to. So it's going to be a fun year. Not going to be able to get everything I want, but it's going to be a fun year. And my SD messed up. SD card messed up again. I don't have no clue why. A buddy of mine gave me one though. He had a couple. He said take this one, so I got another one. So I missed some footage the other day, and I'll have to just go out here and explain it to you guys. And I'll show you what I got else for the turbo tib the other day. Only clip that I have. So I'll show you this. Here we go, guys. Pretty self-explanatory what that is. Open it up here. If I can on camera, probably can't. Okay, I definitely couldn't. And right here we have of course, it don't come with any of the fittings, so hopefully I have the fittings on my other one works. It does come with a mount. But I have a suspicion that this could be bad on my car. And for one, I'm 100% that this one here will be better for our application because it's made for alcohol. Our other one is not made for alcohol. When was this made? Oh, you guys can see it or not? Yeah. 9, 5, 17. This is their new one. I think it's called Areomotive something 1000, and it's good for all like E85 alcohol-based fuels. But I'm 100% the MegaSquirt's gone. If it goes out here and I puke fuel again, it's the MegaSquirt has an issue. And I could probably just send that back, even though it's really old school. They may fix it for me. So we might have to go that route. I don't know. That's a 6 feed and feed. And that's where your return goes. I got a block off for this one on my other one. I'm just going to show you after it's on, guys. But I'm 100% that this is not going to fix my problem. I thought this before the injectors, but I sent the injectors back because they had a warranty. Didn't have to pay nothing for those. They were good. I'd have to say that my other fuel regulator is probably good. And what else? I bet it's the MegaSquirt. The only way we're going to know is if we go out here and hook it up. So let's go get disappointed. I need to go get some mounting screws for this though. Should be able to put it on my other one. But that's nice. I can at least mount this one back farther. This one's not nearly as big, which is really nice as well. They put tape on that. Watch this be like a return unit. Bet it looks like one. I don't know, it's probably brand new, but it's weird it has tape right there and it don't have none right there, and I guarantee you that's supposed to have some. Well, yeah, we're going to try this, but I guarantee I'm going to have to send my MegaSquirt back or get the MegaSquirt 3X, and then I won't be able to get my coils, which is really going to suck, but at least we got the LSD this year. That's what I'm starting to think, but let's go find out what happens. What's up, everybody? Put the XXRs on the a good tread on the accent. You gotta put some gas in it, but we put that on the accent. Looks pretty good though, the accent does, in my opinion. It's running pretty good. I do a ride along video, but most people don't like them. I usually get 8 to 10 dislikes out of those, so I'm not going to do a ride along. I guess if you guys really want a few of you do want to ride along, I'll do a little ride along in it and do some pulls in it and whatnot, but no one wants it, I'm not going to do it. The RD's been running really well now. Past inspection, so that tells you how good it is. Yeah, I don't know. Got that. And then we got my favorite car. Well, my Talent's my favorite car. You guys just never get to see it much, but this is, well, I don't know. It's starting to be my favorite car, I believe. Adjustable fuel pressure regulators in. I put a little too much tape, so I couldn't get it straight. I was in a hurry. New injectors are in, or not new. They're come back. They checked out perfect. I went ahead and got a adjustable fuel pressure regulator that's good for alcohol / E85. I'm gonna get a Marshall gauge, I think, for it. I like the Marshall gauges. I'm gonna put this one on the RD, or maybe on the accent, because I need to put a return system in the accent to build some nice power. I mean, you could use the return list and probably get 300, I don't know, but I'd much rather build a car with a return system on it so we can make some power out of the accent. So, one injectors, one adjustable fuel pressure regulator, and Here's our MegaSquirt. It's out. I tore it apart, looked at the box. Everything to me looked fine in there. Tore that out, looked at that, looked at wiring and everything, looked fine. Gotta remember how the hell to even hook these back up to the wide bands again. But I'm gonna try to get a hold of MegaSquirt and see if they will look at this one. I'm just gonna probably buy a MegaSquirt 3. There goes the coil. Drag coils this year sucks, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get a MegaSquirt 3. And I'm gonna try to maybe see if they can fix this one, so I can use this one in the RD, because I like to boost the RD as well. It'd be nice to boost that this year. Got everything to boost the RD. Might need a couple little things, but that's the main thing. Got 440cc injectors and everything like that. I was gonna turn the boost down, just use the same tune, just turn the boost down to, obviously put it on 440 injectors, turn the boost down probably around 10, 8, something like it. Probably around 10. Should be around 250 horsepower or so. 440s on pump gas will do that quite well. I am going to hook it up into my RD, because this will plug right into the RD. It's set up to plug right in, so you don't have to cut any wiring. This time I'm going to cut the wiring, because it could be in my wiring, which would be the best case scenario, I guess. But at the same time, I think I'm going to get a MegaSquirt 3 anyway. But it would be nice, that right there, I can start this engine up and start driving, see what it's like. Make sure the engine and everything's good in it. I'm going to still go get 2 engines this year yet. So I have backups for this one and the red one. And probably put the newer one in this one. And if it survives all year, which 100% it will, we'll just probably build the original motor that was in this car, which is in it right now. Probably forge build it or something. I don't know, because I want to get a cage and everything next year. So right there, we can turn it up and still be able to go to the track. But yeah, right now we're going to test that. Seems like I get a nice day. I haven't had a nice day yet, really, to put that in my RD. I want to make sure the wife's off, so I don't have to take her nowhere, or we don't have to go nowhere. I don't have to go nowhere. Sunday's looking like the best day probably to do it. So I'll probably do it Sunday. It's supposed to be like 60 degrees and all that. I'm going to feel like being out here and messing with stuff that's a headache. When it's cold, you don't want to mess with stuff that... You don't want to figure out headaches in the cold. It just adds to the headache. It really does, guys. But I got to get this car out of here. Straightened up so I can get the other car in here. Or my Honda in here to work on it. Honda just needs a little bit of suspension work, and that's why I've been driving the RD. Honda still drives fine. It's just I want to get the suspension stuff for the Honda and then get it done. As you can see, that's the same as the new coil I just bought. I'm going to put the new coil on this car and this coil over on my RD, and I'll probably buy another new coil for the RD. There's nothing matter with it. Nothing matter with the one on the RD that I know of, but it does have like a Napa or something like that brand on it, and I do not run any kind of stuff like that on Hondas. I run nothing but OEM. Basically, that's how I am with every car I own. I run nothing but OEM unless it's performance related, and then if I can get performance OEM stuff, if I can get performance stuff through the dealership, I'll do it that way. But obviously you ain't doing that with what we're working with right here. But oh boy, yeah. All right, that's about all I can tell you right now. Is I know it's the MegaSquirt. It's got to be. I'm gonna plug it into the other one. I'd have to say Bank 1 went out, because Bank 1, if I remember right, wiring everything up, Bank 1 is 1 and 4, because this has 2 banks for the injectors. So, yeah. This is what it is. We'll see what happens. But if anybody wants to see how, want me to do some pulls and ride along in the accent, just let me know. Write it in the comments. And any questions, write it in the comments. whatever you guys want to know, I can tell you as much as I can about these cars and Hondas and Accents and DSMs. I mean, I pretty much know 3 companies quite well. So Honda, and DSM, Diamond Star Chrysler. You know, I know all that stuff pretty well. But yeah, I want to get this thing up and going. I'm sick of seeing it sit here. I probably will, once I know that MegaSquirt's bad, what I'll probably do is put in my stock injectors and my stock computer and undo the boost, the coupler down here on the turbo. I just undo this one right here. So the engine won't see boost, and get it in here and getting it straightened out. I got to get everything in here straightened out of here. I want to start getting everything in here, straighten this up a little bit, pull it out. So that'll at least get the car running. I should just do that anyway, so I know for a fact that the engine's fine. I mean, the compression is good in these, really, in the 2 center ones, perfect. And over here, it's not that far off. On 1 and 4, it's really not. It's like 210, and then we got 190, 190, which is 20 off. They want you to be around 12 off, within 12 of each other. But those 2 are with each other. It's just it's 20 off from the 2 in the middle. And I haven't checked that since, before the dyno or anything like that. So it could have been like that before I even went to the dyno. I mean, I beat the shit out of this car since April. Well, wait a minute. March, I think, is when I got it out of the garage last year. So I beat the shit out of this thing from March until right there in the first couple weeks in December when we had this issue. So it's almost been a month since the car's been down. But alright guys, long enough video. Thanks for watching, and appreciate it, all the new people, and definitely appreciate my old subscribers, because you guys are still the only ones that comment on my page, really. Thanks guys. Thanks for watching.